This is the same guy here that invited me to Hey buddy.
Hey.
I didn't mean to startle you. How you doing?
We're busy.
Yeah? Hadn't seen you since that last little episode. Y'all come out there and visited with me and stuff. You remember me?
No.
I'm the guy that had the big cross in front of his house.
Oh. Okay.
You remember me now?
Yeah. It was about 4 years ago.
About 3 years ago, yeah. Yeah, y'all invited me to go to church up there in Fulton. You remember that?
Yeah.
And before I ever got in the door good, I was told to turn around and go back home.
Oh. Okay.
What caused all that? Do you remember?
I don't have any idea.
Do you remember me being told not that I wasn't welcome to go in there?
No.
Is your wife here?
No, not right now.
Nobody else is home?
No, it's just a family we're taking care of.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just wondering what the deal was pertaining to all that, because y'all really made a real strong showing of wanting me to go to Joseph Smith's church, and then once I get in there, or start to go in there, I'm told at the front doorway, turn around, go back, you're not welcome here. And I've never been treated that way towards a group of people that really, I guess you come out there a couple of times, and I was probably given maybe a dozen telephone calls from those girls that come out there with you. I never have been treated that way towards a group of people that tried so hard to get me to go to church. And then once I decided to go to church, then the main guy at the church said, you just well turn around, you're not welcome here.
I see. Well, you can check with the headquarters out in Salt Lake City.
I did. They didn't get back with me towards any type of explanation neither. Yeah, I called the headquarters. So you don't remember the details in any of that?
No.
Well, okie dokie. I just thought I'd see you out here. I thought I'd ask. I ain't spoken to you since then.
Okay, very good. Thank
All right,
you.
see ya. These are the people that invited me to go to church there in Fulton. And then after I showed up, I was asked to leave, and I kind of felt like that it was very, very strange. Very, very strange. That was Derek Coble getting stuff out of his automobile. Enjoying his life, acting like had nothing never occurred here. I'm telling you, whenever people are blinded, and the devil, the spirit of the devil has people blinded, it's amazing how blinded the people really are. It was Derek Coble that told me, do not call or contact him again pertaining to me taking time in babysitting and comforting the animal that I gave them, which was a dog by the name of Mr. Photo. I gave the dog to him hoping that it would help his little girl that was going through a severe operation on her feet at the time. I thought it would be a good gesture because they had already become accustomed and acquainted with the dog, and the little girl had already fallen in love with the little dog, with Mr. Photo. I don't even know if they still have the dog. They may have already euthanized the dog or given the dog away. I just know this, that this is May. All right, May the 12th, Saturday. Mother's Day is tomorrow, which is on the 13th of Sunday. And this will probably be my last and remaining farewell in this area, because of the harshness that I have received that has just been beyond disrespectful. Beyond disrespectful. It was Derek Coble that wound up in trying to entrap me while I was in jail, towards walking in there and explaining to me something about some renters that I had allowed to come at 430 Beach Grove Road at David's place. It was Derek Coble that was setting me up towards the rest of the inmates, give or take. I think there was about maybe 30 in that pod, towards setting me up, towards possibly making them think that I was working with the PD. And once they identify that you're some sort of a snitch or a narc working for the PD, you're basically a dead man in jail. A dead man. And I've asked him more than once, did you do what you done intentionally, or did you do what you done ignorantly? And because of his pride and his ego, I still have yet to get any type of an answer from Mr. Derek Coble. Keep in mind that Derek Coble had been called out to 430 Beach Grove Road, or 291 Thompson Road, or 292 Thompson Road on several different occurrences, knowing that there was one hullabaloo after another that was going on out there, even to the extent of me being shot at right here at this particular house, or the postman being shot at right there at that house while driving down the road twice. And then the same family moved over into the Obion County area. That's where I'm fixing to walk off to right now. Now we're in Obion. We just left Weekly. Moved a half a mile from here, the way the crow flies, and I'll be darned if they didn't start it again in Obion County, just because they was irritated about me driving down the road. That tells you what type of heathenistic activity that I have been obtaining and receiving since I've come back to Northwest Tennessee. Kind of like me telling the postman about Jimmy Norton and May Norton, which used to be a sweat. You know, I told them that there wasn't no need for them to follow me all the way to New Johnsonville, where my campsite was, and whenever they was coming back home, their automobile stopped right here, and it wouldn't go into drive. The only thing that it would go into is first and second. For some reason, it quit pulling in drive. Well, they got to thinking about it, and rather than do a repair that was going to cost about $1,400 or $1,500, they just decided to go out and get them another automobile. Before they done so, they asked me, would I be the financer? Would I be the money man? I said, no. I don't loan out money. I'm not in the business of loaning out money. You need to go to the bank. Go to a loan institution. Do you really think that I'm going to put any type of trust in a group of people that I've seen a man have over $1.4 million in the early 70s, and all these people took advantage of him, and basically after 5 to 7 years, the man was broke, and he basically died as a pauper by the name of Gary Davis, Sonny Gary Davis? Do you really think that I'm going to trust anybody out here in this area, knowing that if they can hoodoo you, if they can cheat on you, or lie to you, or hurt you, in any form or fashion, that's exactly what they'll do in this area. And I'm not saying that everybody is that way, but the people that I'm familiar with in this area, the majority of them would take advantage of you. So, good luck with all that. Up here's where Jimmy Norton and his wife May lives. I was going to go up here and get a couple CDs that I let them borrow. Hopefully I'll be able to get them back. Which, once more, these people are in and out, back and forth. You don't know if they like you one day or hate you the next. One day she got mad at me and told Jimmy to tell me not to show back up on her property. But then a week and a half later, she shows up on my property. Just insanity as far as I'm concerned. In lots of ways that has went on historically in this area. And to be quite honest with you, I'm through with it. I'm tired of it. Right there where good old Ricky Simmons lives, Ed Simmons' son, right there. Right there he is on the mower right there. I'll get him. I'll get him. See me driving by and stop. Didn't want me documenting him. Tell me they ain't got something to hide. As soon as they see my automobile, they get in behind a bush and hide. Tell me they ain't got something to hide. A group of people that does this. This is probably one of the most illegitimate groups of people that I have ever in my entire life been around. And I have been all over America. And I have seen people all over America. And I've been around some of the courageous, noble, good people from Phoenix, Arizona to Denver, Colorado to places out in Texas, Kentucky, what did he say? He said something. I don't know what he said.